YouTube, welcome back. It's been a while. I've been on holiday and I've had lots of stuff to do, but UK weather in the evening and it's time for a new job. Tonight we're going to attempt to try and diagnose the reason that this car has been an absolute pain in the backside for my friend since the day she got it. So this is my friend's first car, and since she's bought it, it's had one little issue that always comes and goes. No gears. Now, I have attempted to remedy this a few times quickly in between her using it. As we know, when everyone's young and got the first car, they don't want to be without the car for 5 seconds. I've bled the clutch, I've messed with the gear linkage up at the gear stick end, inspected the gearbox, I've topped the gearbox fluid up. The fault always seems to disappear and then reappear until the other day. So the other day, she phoned me and said, her car's broke completely. No gears whatsoever. She actually rang the AA and they came out and their response was, we don't have a clue what's wrong with the car. So instead of going to a garage and being ripped off for whatever it may be, she took it home, rang me and said, can I have a proper look at it, get it sorted and only give me it back once it's fixed. So here we are. Now, as I said, there's been things I've done. I've bled the clutch, I have checked the linkages at the gear stick end, I have done the gearbox fluid. None of that's worked, so I'm not even going to look at that again. We're going to drive straight into the engine bay, see if we can have a look at the linkages this end, and see if there's something we can actually find. Because fingers crossed, it's not the expensive KA/500 gearbox problem. So the worry with this has always been that deep in there, the little tiny chocolate gearbox, as everyone calls it online, has crapped its pants. Now, I'm not saying it's not the gearbox. I'm hoping it's not the gearbox. It doesn't seem like the gearbox. Now, to me, personally, if the gearbox is gone, it would make a weird noise. You'd have a bit of a smell maybe. It'd do weird stuff. This isn't like that. This is more like you've got no clutch, but we've got a clutch pedal. So I'm thinking it's got to be something to do with the cables. Has to be. So on the KA, the gearbox cables are under the battery tray, on top of the gearbox. And there is 2 cables, one for your left to right and one for your front to back. So I think we need to get to them. So first things first, battery strap off, battery out. Voila, battery's out. Now we need to remove the plastic tray, the metal tray, which is held on by a couple of bolts underneath, and then that should come straight back out. Top of said gearbox. Battery, plastic battery tray, metal battery tray, only 2 bolts holding it in, and it just prizes out. Now, let's find somewhere metal for this. All the light just there on the top is one of your linkages, and the other one's down the back, so let's see if I can get a better position and have a look what we're looking for. It's fairly impossible to get you in properly to see everything. There's me holding the torch in your way anyway. So as I said, there's one shifter cable there. Well, that made a funny noise. What was that? Right, so that one seems fairly solid. Let's have a look at the other one. So I really can't get you in there to see. But down there, buried, is another shifter cable at the back. I think you may just be able to see it. Somewhere there, but no, you can't. Anyway, trust me, it's there. It's buried. That one is your left to right, which is not... Yep, that's the issue. Right, I think that's snapped. Get me hand back in it a bit more. Right. Tools. 1 small pry bar. Shell. Yeah, that fell off. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have a problem. Hands are black. I've just been under the car and wrestled something out. Now, you don't have to be mechanically minded to know that should be attached to something. I don't know whether that'll show on the camera in focus. That cable has literally snapped. Now, that's not the only problem. It's also not been locked on. So I think that is why that has happened, because as it's doing that, it's getting longer and shorter, it's binding, doing God knows what, and eventually it snapped. I think that's been a long time coming, that. So now we've got to get the rest of them cables off and order a set of new cables. Cables. So that cable fell off. Now normally the back of the cables, like this one just here, sometimes have something you can push on to pop off. These ones literally look like they just prise off. But as you saw, the other one just fell off. So let's see if this one is going to be a git and whether we can get it off. That's that one off. Excellent. We need to wrestle that tang out to stop it. It's got a tang holding the cable in, kind of like a brake pipe finger. So we've got to knock that tang off somehow. The cable that snapped, I've got that one out. That's the little clip there. See what I mean? It's like a really big brake pipe clip. So now we're going to try and get this awkward little sod one out. Hopefully, I've got it spun. We can tap it out. That's the sound we like to hear. Pull that. Oh, there we go. Right. And that cable's now out. And so's the broken one. That is now pretty much it in the engine bay. Now's the fun bit. We've got to get underneath and have a look how the cables are routed. Up she goes, Captain. I love this lift. And as you'll have seen on some of the shorts, I've now got a 4-poster. There's Project Millie. And there's, that's years off that one. But yeah, so we're getting all fancy. So now, we're gonna go under the car. Where's me liggett? What have I done with the liggett? Ramps. Ideal magnets. So, there's the cables. Where did they go? Go down there. Oh, and look at that. Surprisingly, oh, let's put the torch out the way. They look pretty straightforward to do. So, and then we have a holder. I don't know whether you'll be able to see that. Just there, that holds the two cables. So I'm gonna open that, pop the cables down, see if I can get the cables to hang down, and then I'm gonna pull that rubber shroud out and see if we can get them hanging sort of here underneath. That didn't take long, probably 3 or 4 minutes. So that clip's released, cable's pulled out. I have pushed the rubber. Actually, it was easy to push it in to release it. So now it's the job of stripping the interior down, getting them off that end, and seeing whether the cables want to come this way or that way. Yay! Hello. Yeah, new holder. That works all right, you can see there. It's interior trim. This piece pulls off. Funny enough, this car has some Phillips. We've got 2 Phillips there. 1, 2. That comes up, and then we got a plug for each window switch. There is the linkages. So this is the other end. You have one there and one just there. There's an adjuster and a spring on it. So now, obviously we need to get them off, but we've got all this console in the way. Oh, finally. Right. Same as always. No fancy tools. I've got a 1/4-inch socket set and a pack of Torx bits. I'd use my gun, but I can't find it as usual. What else have we got holding this piece on? Oh, we've got 1 down in the footwell. We've got 2 down in the footwell. Right, so that's that loose. So same on the other side. So that's that. Now that is attached to this. I think this. So the main bit of the console is attached to the lower bit of the console. That's all free. That clips into this. So I think this has to come out that way, and then that way. Let's have a go with that. Now, I'm not particularly scared of spiders, however, that guy's bleeding huge. Oh, it's a good job Dave's not here, been running outside. As I said, that comes off, but it has got a 10mm nut just at the back. There's a little cover you flick up there. So we'll get that 10mm off and slide the centre console backwards. Look at that. That piece. Whoa. As you can see, move you closer, we've got a pile of dash. So, let's see if I can hold this torch between my legs. I'm sat here, turn the camera back around. Oh God, video's going to annoy me now. So we've got a little panel here. There we go. That unclips. Look at that. That's fantastic. So they're the cables. So we've got 2 of them. You see them there? I need another pair of hands. One there, I'm not giving you the finger. And one just there holding the cables on like they were underneath. So I'm going to pop them off sideways. I fought with that one. Eventually, it's just a bit of brute force and it pops off. There is the broken cable. And that was that end. Now, little tip, anything you take off, keep until you eventually get your new parts, because little bits like that sometimes aren't on aftermarket stuff. Now, how do I know I'm buying aftermarket? That's a very easy reason and easy thing to answer. Ford parts are going to be mega expensive. I've not looked, but I know they're going to be. So we'll just get good. Sit rep. Metal tangs are out. You've just got to work with them, get them out. However, the cables go behind this whole unit, of which there is 1, 2, 3 big bolts to get off. So we're going to take these nuts off now. Nuts, not bolts. Take these nuts off, move that mech down, and see if we can get to the cables behind them. Look at that bad boy. So now we can lift that cable out and that cable out. Just pop that little plug off so we can move it out the way. 1 shifter mech. So now, oh, there's another bleeding bracket. Oh. 1 bolt, 2. Come on! Oh, always feels loose and it never is. A little edge clip for some wiring. Remember to put that back in. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, finally. Touch. There are the shifter cables coming through the tunnel, and just like that, one set of shifter cables of a KA removed. So, I'm a little bit tired now. That was a little bit more fiddly than I thought it was going to be. As always, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Catch some more fun content over there somewhere. Join us very, very soon when we attempt to fit a new set of shifter cables.